Kia ora, my friend. It's great to see you today. Nau mai, haere mai. It's our time, kia ora, talofa. It's our time, a special time of day. It's our time, just you and me together. It's time to say hello, good day, kei te pēhea koe. It's our time, kia ora, talofa. It's our time, a special time of day. It's our time, just you and me together. It's time to say hello, good day, kei te pēhea koe. It's time to say hello, good day, talofa, tēnā koe. I've just been down to the beach to get a bucket of something. Would you like to see it? I'll pour it out so you can see it. Here. There it is. This is lovely, light, soft stuff. Can you see the way it crumbles out of my fingers? Do you know what it is? It's sand. He onipu. Have you ever seen sand when you're walking on the beach? Oh, hang on. I can feel some more onipu. There's sand in my shoe, look. Sand gets everywhere. Here's some babies at the beach with their mums and dads. Do they play in the sand? Titiro atu. Did the babies play in the sand? Kei ronga i te onipu? They did, didn't they? Weren't they having fun? Have you ever played in the sand? Well, sand's great to play with. I like to dig holes in the sand, like this. Dig them with my hands. This hand's nice and cool. Very cool to touch. And soft, too. There. There's my hole in the sand. And I've got some water here. What do you think would happen when I pour it in? Let's find out. Wow! Did you see what happened? Well, it formed a little pool, didn't it? And then it disappeared. It sunk into the sand. I'll pour some more down. It disappears pretty quickly, doesn't it? Doesn't it look like wet sand at the beach? Wet sand where the waves have washed up. Do you know that animals sometimes live at the beach? I've got a little bird here who loves living at the beach. This kind of bird doesn't fly, but it's very good at swimming. Do you know what it is? It's a penguin. And here are some more penguins. Do they like to live on the sand? Titiro atu.
I'm a penguin, a penguin, and I waddle around when my feet are on the ground. I'm a penguin, a penguin, and I'm waddling home to bed. I'm a penguin, a penguin, and I waddle around when my feet are on the ground. I'm a penguin, a penguin, and I'm waddling home to bed. And in the morning when I wake up, I waddle down to the sea. And in the morning when I wake up, you're gonna see another side of me. I'll swim so gracefully underneath the sea. Watch me, I'm a penguin, a penguin, and I waddle around when my feet are on the ground. I'm a penguin, I'm at home And in the morning when I wake up, I waddle down to the sea. And in the morning when I wake up, you're gonna see another side of me. I'll swim so gracefully underneath the sea. Watch me, I'm a penguin. A penguin, and I waddle around. When my feet are on the ground, I'm a penguin. I'm at home on land or sea.
Was the penguin walking on sand? Kei runga i te onipu. Yes, it was. Penguins love living on the beach because they love swimming in the sea. I like the way a penguin walks, do you? I'd like to try being a widdly-waddly penguin, waddling along the sand. How about you? We'll stand up and we can go for a penguin waddle. Are you standing up with me? Well, put your arms out to the side like this, with your hands sticking out. And then you take little steps and you rock from side to side. Are you doing the penguin waddle with me? Oh, good on you. Let's go for a waddle along the beach together. Here we go. I'm a penguin, a penguin, and I waddle around. When my feet are on the ground, I'm a penguin, and I'm waddling home to bed. Are you being a penguin with me? Come waddling. We'll sing it again. Are you ready? Here we go. I'm a penguin, a penguin, and I waddle around. When my feet are on the ground, I'm a penguin, at home on sand or sea. You're a good waddler, little penguin.
Can you remember breakfast?
Yes, we had cornflakes.
Can you remember what we did before breakfast?
Yes, we got up.
Can you remember what we did before we got up?
We were asleep in bed.
Can you remember what we did before that?
Yesterday, I think we went to the shop.
Who went to the shop?
Mummy and me. Oh, and you too.
You nearly forgot me.
I know I didn't. I would never forget my funny short brother.
Why?
Because I've got a short memory.
I'm working on making my sand pit look even more like a beach. I've got lots of shells. I think I'll put another one in too. Hey, a visitor. I wonder who it is. Hello. Oh, hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, and how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. This is my friend Sally Carson from the Portobello Aquarium. How are you?
Good, hi.
Great. Hey, look, I'm glad you've come. I've got a beach I'm making here, and you know lots about beaches.
I'd love to have a look.
Would you like to have a look too? Okay. Down here, I've wet all the sand to make it look like water, like waves lapping up onto the beach.
And you've got seaweed washed up.
Mm-hmm. And some shells here too. And there's some bigger shells here and lots more seaweed. What do you think?
I think it's lovely.
It's a nice,
lovely.
clean...
Beautiful sand, too.
Hey, that's a good point, Sally. What is sand?
Well, sand is just tiny, tiny bits of rock. There's different types of rock, so you've got different types or different colors of sand as well. If you look really closely, you can actually see that this sand is different colors. A bit like salt and pepper. I can see white and black and even a tiny bit of orange.
Hey, you're right. There is some orange in there.
And can you see the way it sparkles?
Yeah, what's that?
That's different minerals in the rock reflecting the light.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Sally, how did the stones get broken down so small?
Probably by the waves. The wind and the water will break the rock down into tiny pieces.
Oh, okay. Come crashing down onto the rocks and break
you've
them
been
up.
on a beach when the waves have been crashing.
Yeah.
pretty exposed and rough water and lots of wind. The wind picks up the sand and pushes it against the bigger rocks and causes them to break down.
Oh, okay. So this sand would have been from sort of fairly whitish rocks, is that right?
That's right. The color of the sand tells you what color the rocks were that it came from. Now, not all sand beaches are white like this. Sometimes they're black.
I've seen those. And the sand gets really hot, doesn't it?
That's right. So that sand would have come from rocks that were black, all black.
Oh, right.
The sand's also from shells. The shells get broken up just like the rock does. So next time you're on the beach, have a close look at the sand. You actually might find little bits of shell in it.
Oh, I see. There's some broken shell there, yeah.
That's right. Here's a very tiny shell. You see a little small snail shell. And sometimes it's just pieces of the shell. Like this is a piece of a kinna shell.
Oh, well, next time I go to the beach, I'm going to have a closer look. You might like to, too, and see what has made up your sand. What else can you do with sand, Sally?
Well, actually, I brought some paper and some glue, and I thought I would make a picture for you.
Oh, really?
And I've actually put a bit of paint in the glue so that you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So just draw a picture with the glue. I thought I might draw a picture of a fish, because fish are one of my favorite animals.
And you get them down at the beach?
Well, in the water. You don't often see them washed up on the beach. So I'll just make the outline of a fish.
A swishy fishy.
We have to give him a tail. That's the way fish swim, with their tail. And an eye. And a mouth. Some gills. And some scales. And a few more fins, maybe one at the top.
They use the fins on the top and the bottom to help them push through the water too, don't they?
Yeah, and also used for balance, so they don't flop over and steering.
Help them to turn, yeah.
Now all we do is flip our sheet of paper over and push down into the sand, and hopefully the sand will stick onto where the glue is. So just push everywhere where you've put glue. And then if we lift it up,
ta-da!
You can see that the sand has stuck to the glue.
That looks great, Sally.
You think it looks like a fish?
I think so. It's a great picture, isn't it? Let me put it somewhere safe to dry. There.
That's a good idea.
It can dry in the sun back here on this paving stone. Thank you for making that picture. It's beautiful. Something else that's really neat to do on a sandy beach is go for a picnic. Today's story is about a picnic at the beach. Maybe you could help me tell it, Sally.
Oh, I'd love to.
Oh, good. Would you like to hear a story? Well, get yourself nice and comfy, Eho, and we'll get everything ready. There. Today's story is called Footprints in the Sand, and it's by Katie Brocky. This is Georgia, and this is her dad. One day they decided to go for a picnic on the beach. So they got their picnic all ready. This is the picnic here. And then they walked along the beach together. It was a lovely sunny day. Georgia and her dad loved going to the beach together. And as they walked along the beach, they made footprints. Can you see them? There's Georgia's footprints and her dad's. When they found a good spot, Georgia's dad sat down so he could watch Georgia play. Georgia loved playing at the beach. She'd run around, leaving more footprints behind her. And then Georgia found a stick. So she decided to draw something in the sand. See if you can guess what it is. It's something that lives in the sea. It's got a tail and fins, and it's covered in scales. Can you see what it is? It's a fish. Once Georgia had finished drawing her fish, she got hungry. So she went back to Dad, and he got the picnic things ready. He opened up the big tablecloth with all the picnic things, and they sat down to eat. The They had some juice and something to eat. And when they were finished, Dad got up, ready to go. He flapped up the tablecloth and rolled it up. And they said, "Okay, time to go now." And as they started to leave...
Hey, wait a minute.
"Oh, look, Dad, it's a penguin," said Georgia.
Yes, I live here. This beach is my home.
"Oh, that's nice for you."
But look what you've done. You've left your rubbish in my home. Would you like it if I went to your place and left rubbish all over your home?
"Oh, no, that would be yucky."
That's right. So please pick up your rubbish. It messes up my home. And it can be dangerous for the creatures that live here at the beach.
Oh, I'm very sorry, Mr. Penguin. We'll pick it all up, won't we, Georgia?" "Yes, Dad." And they got the tablecloth, spread it out on the ground, and then picked up all the rubbish they had dropped and put it in until all the rubbish was gone. Then they rolled up the tablecloth like that.
Thanks very much. You can come back and visit my beach whenever you like.
"Oh, thank you. We will, Mr. Penguin. Bye-bye."
Bye.
And Georgia and her dad went home. All that was left on the beach was the happy penguin and their footprints in the sand. And that's the end of the story. Well, I'm glad Georgia and her dad picked up all that rubbish, aren't you?
I think sometimes people forget that the beach is the home for a lot of creatures.
Yes, you're right. It's not very nice when we leave all our rubbish there, is it? I like our friend the penguin. Would you like to see her again? Have a look at her waddling. Waddling over the nice, clean beach.
Oh, that's brown.
It doesn't look very nice. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels all sort of squishy.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey, how does it smell?
Oh, poo! It doesn't smell very good at all. Ugh, what does it taste like?
What? You want me to taste it? Something that doesn't smell very good and is squishy and doesn't look very nice?
Yeah.
No way.
What do you think it is?
Hey, look, he's eating it.
Oh, it's dog food. Yuck, gross, I'm gonna get here.
Sally, thanks for visiting us and telling us what sand's made of, and for making this wonderful picture too.
I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, good. You'll come and visit us again soon?
Sure will. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Sally. It was great seeing Sally, wasn't it? It was good that you dropped in.